Hey everybody, how's it going? My name's Vox and welcome back to Forum Friday, the series where I feature your answers to my question of last week's episode, and we talk about all things gaming. Last episode, I asked you guys what you thought about E3 2014. Who won, what games are you excited for, etc. So I'm going to feature your answers and give my own take. Starting out, Mr. Roast Biden. Apologies if I said that incorrectly. I'm super stoked for the Master Chief Collection and Halo 5. Those are the main titles on the one that I'm interested in for now, especially since I wasted all damn day on multiplayer when the games were out originally, and now I can still do that, but also play campaigns without much distraction from the campaigns. But I think Nintendo won E3. They had more to offer me personally without even holding an actual conference. The Bayonetta bundle looks sexy as hell, and now that we have an official level editor, which I'm sure the ROM hacking community is dying for. Yes, I feel like the Mario level creator is kind of 20 years too late because everybody already has that, but at the same time there hasn't been an official one, so having an official one just kind of sits Nintendo on a pretty high throne for this user-generated content war. BBK Dragoon says, I went fanboy over Master Chief Collection, but after hearing no spectator mode, it has changed. For those of you wondering, spectator mode is the ability to go kind of into a third-person ghost cam free roam camera mode during multiplayer matches, which is extremely important to the game's ability to be MLG compatible, esports compatible, the like. If you can't spectate, you can't really have proper tournament coverage. The tournaments themselves can still take place, but proper viewership, spectating, and general moderating isn't really available, so that becomes a problem. Back to his comment, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix, I want this. Final Fantasy X HD Remaster was so delicious, I want more. I still haven't even started Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix, I'm getting there. Vespatine says, nothing really stood out for me at E3 this year, but I'm really excited for The Witcher 3 in 2015. I'm trying not to make it out to be the game of all games, but my head is just so... in my head, just so I'm not disappointed, but this game in a world... I am terrible at reading today, but it's a game in a world I felt really immersed in an open world I was looking for. Apparently The Witcher 3 is going to have separate levels, which are already going, which alone are going to be bigger than The Witcher's 2 levels, and The Witcher 2 already had pretty big levels. Witcher 3 actually looks pretty amazing. There's a video up on Game Mode 5's channel, or should be up, detailing some leaks about Witcher 3 if you'd like to check that out. It looks pretty good. I've not played through the first two. I have them on Steam. I'm looking forward to playing them. Just haven't gotten around to them yet. Swapping over to the second upload of this video, Protox Gaming says, I'm excited for Battlefield Hardline and a little for the new Far Cry 4. I hope the map is better than Far Cry 3. I started Far Cry 3 but did not get far into it. Honestly, it kind of started out kind of like Tomb Raider. It was kind of weird. But I am still excited to play it. It looks like a really good game, and it still graphically looks pretty good even now. Battlefield Hardline, I am kind of torn on. I was really excited at first and I actually defended it against everybody saying it's not a real Battlefield game. After having played the beta though, I went back to Battlefield 4. Con Movie Makers, or Nate, CEO of Game Mode 5, says, I'm really pumped for Far Cry 4. Looks awesome with the new environment. Let's hope the map community is better than Far Cry 3 and more like Far Cry 2. Also pumped for Civ Beyond Earth. Disappointing that Battlefield Hardline exists as a separate game and not a DLC. Rainbow Six looked fun in the gameplay trailer, but I could see it getting boring. Didn't play a single Rainbow Six game. Didn't even know there were 6 of them? Oh, no. It's called Rainbow Six. I don't know what the new one is, but okay. Again, Far Cry 4 looks pretty good. Whatever. I don't like the whole open world contest for every single game, so I'm not sure how interested I'll get into it, but first I'll have to play Far Cry 3. Not really into Civilization games, but it does look good for the Civilization people. Lastly, on an unrelated comment, Gaming Vladimir asks, what font is that on the thumbnail? Well, that, my friend, is a secret. Alright, so, what did I think about E3? Well, I had kind of mixed feelings. I'm very excited for Destiny. I really wish they would put it on PC. They're most likely putting it on PC, but it's probably not going to be until after Christmas. I may wait for it. I don't have the money for a PS4. I actually the day before you're watching this, which is the day after I'm recording this, I will be getting my Wii U, which I could only scrounge up for a refurbished one that was on quite a good deal. I don't have the money, nor do I plan to, unless companies and things work out to get an Xbox One or PS4, but if I do end up with a PS4, I am absolutely getting Destiny. Everything I've seen about it just excites the hell out of me. It looks like a fantastic game, and even though some people, for whatever reason, seem to have been turned off by it, or from it, by E3, nothing's really seemed bad to me. One of the big things, or well, one of the little things rather, that people are stabbing at is the voice actor for the little robot dude that follows you around, who's played by Peter Dinklage. The fact that he has basically no enthusiasm or whatever. I really, at first this really threw me off. I was like, okay, what is this? It sounds like Peter Dinklage, but not really excited. But I mean, that's kind of the point. He plays a robot. It's not supposed to have a soul. It's not supposed to be excited. People are expecting Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones, not a robot. Like, I think it fits. It seems kind of out of, you know, weird. And that wizard came from the moon line is kind of goofy. But I think that's kind of the point. And a few people seem to have been turned off. I don't know if they just missed the past year of coverage on this game, but turned off by the multiplayer gameplay. Because yes, it was totally just domination from every other shooter ever. But that type of gameplay isn't the point of the game. The point of the game is the MMORPG shooter-esque action that is the main gameplay. Like, you're gonna put most of your time into that. If you're putting most of your time into the domination and team deathmatch and stuff, you're missing the point of Destiny. And they're only honestly throwing that in there to appeal to the Halo people that want that game type, but that's not what the game's about. No Man's Sky looked pretty intriguing, I guess mainly just graphically, and the fact that there was no direct guns showing, like your ship had guns, but you weren't running around with guns. However, I have some concerns for it simply because there are two major things everyone's going for now. Open world games and procedural generation games. Procedural generation being like Minecraft, where the world just kind of randomly generates itself. No Man's Sky combines the two. You have an open world and procedural generation, which likely means, because even Minecraft doesn't fully get it right, you're going to end up in a lot of areas that are just stupid and pointless and empty and boring, or everything's going to look exactly the same. It'll be exciting for the first half an hour to an hour, and then everything will look relatively the same. I still think it looks cool, but it's kind of risky in that it may, like I said, just kind of get boring after a while. Zelda Hyrule Warriors, super stoked for. You're obviously watching Dynasty Warriors gameplay. Dynasty Warriors 8 was on sale on a Steam sale. Had to get it, hadn't played the new one yet, hadn't played one at all on PC yet because they hadn't been on PC, and I'm enjoying it. Hyrule Warriors looks awesome, as does the new Smash Brothers. I'm super stoked for the new Smash Brothers. That's one of the big reasons behind me getting my Wii U, is I want to be able to play the new Smash Brothers on it down the road. Super stoked for it. I still have my original GameCube controllers, but I may pick up an extra one for the Smash Brothers logo. Looks great. I'm hearing that it's faster than Brawl, but not as fast as Melee, and that it's a good balance, and there's a lot of cool new characters I'm excited for. Little Big Planet 3 looks pretty cool. Little Big Planet is a game series that I'm just going to totally plagiarize Total Biscuit's quote, but as Total Biscuit says, Little Big Planet is a game that I'm really glad that exists, but I have absolutely no interest in playing, and that's always been my perception on it. I got the first one free whenever PSN went down for like a month and they gave you free games, and I played a little bit of it, but it's a platformer crossed with Minecraft, and I'm just not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of user-generated games, and especially platformers, like and they added, in 3, they added a lot more platforming elements that would just make my life more miserable, so I honestly have no interest in playing it, but it looks really cool. And the fact that they basically made every single user-generated map from the first 2 games playable in 3 with a new graphics engine is just amazing. Like, just the principle of that is amazing. Sunset Overdrive. Unfortunately, at the moment, it appears to be an Xbox One exclusive. Looks like a really, really fun game, and the developers get huge props for me for taking a stab at Ubisoft for their inability to include women in their character lineup outside of the one PS Vita game, and the fact that they even put the female character in an Assassin's Creed uniform for the video. That was just perfect. I approve. And the game generally looks fun. It's a, it's a little shooter save the world game, but it doesn't take itself seriously. I like it. Assassin's Creed Unity. It's Every Ubisoft series now looks exactly the same, and I don't like it. Assassin's Creed stopped appealing to me after 2, and I haven't even finished 2. Like, nothing looks... I mean, sure, they're making small changes to it, but the gameplay just kind of gets dull after 4, 5, 6, I think, 7 games of it. Bleh. I mean, sure, it looks good, but whatever. There was very little PC love at E3. It was certainly a console wanking fest, and I guess that's to be expected, but I would really like to see some of these games that are all making their console exclusivity or console debuts on this console or that console also come out for PC, but of course it's all very vague and up in the air. And like with Destiny, the fucking CEO of the company says it would be a perfect fit on PC, but they have no announcements, you know, no plans for it in the future. My guess is it's January or springish. It's gonna come. It'll be worth the wait if I don't get a PS4, like I said. Bleh. E3, other than that, for me, was just filled with so many sequels, so many HD remakes, and white male protagonists. And yeah, sequels are inevitable, but it's getting to the point where we have 6s and 5s and 4s, and I personally want to see something new. Uncharted 4, sure. Uncharted series seems to be great. Again, I've yet to finish playing through it, but it seems to be a great series, and I'm sure people love the new game on the PS4. But I would have much rather seen that Naughty Dog logo and had some Crash Bandicoot music playing. Like, I would have flipped my shit for a new Crash Bandicoot by Naughty Dog on the actual PlayStation, like an actual good old school Crash Bandicoot game. HD remakes, they're actually a very good thing for the gaming industry, and frankly, there could easily be more of them. The only issue is that they are basically filling the spots for other games, and that's not okay. Like, I have nothing against them, and I'm certainly glad they're there, unless the game was on the same console you're remaking it on. Like, we had an issue of that with, like, the Fable game. It's like, the game was on the exact same console you're remaking it for. That's not okay. But when you're, you know, remaking games from old consoles, or, you know, Grand Theft Auto 5 from the PS3 and Xbox 360 over to PC and Xbox One and PS4, sure, that's fine. Kingdom Hearts, things like that. That was my phone. But, I don't know. I really don't like when they fill the spots for other games. It's like, hey, we're making HD remakes, so you can forgive us for not actually making games. No, we can't. You still need to make actual games, in my opinion. And then the whole white male protagonist thing, that brings me to our question for next week's episode, which I will be discussing with you guys with Chew, actually, is what do you think about the lack of minority and even just gender difference representation in major games these days? All the protagonists in all the games pretty much are white males. Call of Duty is finally, after their like 8th release, adding female playable character models to the multiplayer. Halo did have this in Halo 3, by the way, so whatever. And Titanfall had this on launch without even saying anything about it. It's not like, hey, buy our game, we have females. It was just there. And frankly, it should be there. There's no reason not to have it. And, you know, same thing with Assassin's Creed. But I'm going to save my opinion till the next episode. Let me know what you think in the comment section below for us to address next week. What you think about the current state of minority and gender representation in video games, especially AAA video games. And we will chat next episode. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Thank you for watching Forum Friday. I will see you all later.
Thanks for watching Epos and Chew. Let's play together. If you enjoyed the video, consider clicking on the screen to subscribe now. To watch another video, click one of the video annotations on the screen above. Links are also provided to our website, Twitter, and Facebook pages. See you next time.